Greetings, what's good? Welcome to the channel. Today we're going to get straight into it and talk about self-responsibility. This is something that's definitely going to help you change the way that you see your own life. It'll help you take several steps further into your own journey of your own personal success. Let's begin. Sometimes you feel a little bit lost, or so if it's not a little bit lost, then you feel majorly lost. You're not sure of what you're meant to be doing, where you need to go next, and what it is that you gotta do for you to achieve the goals that you want to achieve, or for you to feel the feeling of success. The main reason why we can't go through that level or feeling of success is because we live in a world, in an ecosystem, right? We live in a world where there are external outside forces that share different things to us. We were born into this world, into a family, and we were given certain standards to live by. So, for example, you were told that you need to finish your vegetables in your plate, and now you live by that standard for whatever reason that you were given that reason to eat all your vegetables. So, take that concept and put it into your daily life and your own personal success. You may not feel your own success because you are living by somebody else's standards, probably an influencer or probably a person in your own family telling you that you should be like this or saying that you should have been that. And when you go through that, it doesn't give you any identity. It sort of leaves you in a place where you need to know. It sort of leaves you in a place where you don't know who you are and you're living by somebody else's standards, somebody else's code. So if you're hanging out with your friends and they tell you, oh, you need a girl who looks like this, who has a shape like that, then you're going to look for a girl like that so that you can please your friends and live up to their standards so that you can feel validated and thus be successful. Now, of course, these are just concepts that we all understand. I am not a trained psychologist. I am not somebody who's got qualifications to speak on these type of things, but I'm a person who has experienced certain things in my life and I'm sharing them with you from my perspective. We all understand this. We understand that success is pretty much a feeling of validation, a feeling of approval from certain individuals. Now, it makes it very difficult because now the only way you can be successful is if you are approved by those certain individuals, is if you are validated by your friends, your family, or a specific celebrity that you might follow. That's where success becomes a little bit difficult. So now you need to change your own understanding of success to your own standards. Live by your own standards and create your own standards so that you know what is best for you, for yourself, as who you are in this moment in time. And when I say I have experience, I've been there times where my friends will tell me, oh, you should do this, you should do that. And these are naughty things, right? Naughty things that I would end up doing just so I can get approval from my friends. This is in high school. And they would give me double dares. I would do the dares because I was that guy who would do anything just to get approval from their friends, validation from their friends. And I did those dares, and in the end, I ended up feeling embarrassed. I got in trouble, and I then realized that, oh, maybe this wasn't for me. I wasn't meant to do this anyway, and I don't like the feeling that I'm going through right now. But I still got that validation and approval from my friends, so I felt that kind of success from my friends, and that's not really a way to live. You can't really live walking around people's shadows or standards of living. You're basing your own life, your own goals, your own purpose because you want to make XYZ happy or you want to make ABC feel good. And through my experience, it doesn't work because in the end, you become successful based on other people's standards of success and you made them happy, but you've sacrificed your own standard of success, your own happiness. Now, what is your own happiness? That's a very good question. Your own happiness is your own happiness. It's not somebody else's happiness. It's really your own happiness, and it comes from within. Happiness comes from within yourself. You create your own happiness and you choose what makes you happy. Now, you might be wondering, how can I change this? I've got tools in my Patreon that can definitely help you with that. I've got affirmations, I've got a guide in which you can read and go through, which can help you understand yourself. It's called Aware the Awareness. You can learn more about yourself and learn about my experience, understanding myself with certain standards which I took from the people around me, from my friends, which ended up growing into habits, and how I was able to grow out of them because I had my own, or discovered my own, standards of living. Now, let's move on. So check that out in the description. See if any of those tools will work for you. They definitely worked for me, and they've helped me create my own standards of living and go through my own way of life. Now, why is this important? Why is self-responsibility important? Why is your own success the most important thing to you? Because it's your life. That's really why it's important. It's not your parents' life. Your parents were only a channel. They were only a vehicle to bring you into this life. Everything else is yours. It's all you. It's your mind. It's your body. It's your soul. So you must listen to your own body, your mind, your own soul, and find out your own standards of living and where you want to go in your own path, in your own line, in your own understanding of success. If you want to borrow other people's understandings of success, then that's completely fine. You can live up to those standards as long as you take them for yourself and put them in your own path and realize what is best for you. So this life is your life, and you've only got one. You've just got this one life for however long that you've been alive for until this very moment right now. It's all yours. That's all been you. And if you're the type of person who has not been taking responsibility for their own actions, then your life is somebody else's life. This is where we get concepts of puppets. You're a puppet. You're living based off of somebody else's standard. And if you're happy that you're a puppet, then that's you. As long as you're aware that you are living at this certain standard of life. Otherwise, if you don't want to be a puppet, then you need to take control of your life and develop self-responsibility. Understand what is good for you, what is your principle, what is your value, where do you want to go, where do you see yourself in 2 years, or where do you see yourself at the end of the day. If you decide to spend all day eating junk food and going through packets and bags of crisps, then the day that it comes that you hear you've got maybe high cholesterol or you're going through certain health disadvantages, you must stand up and say, okay, I know what I did. This is my responsibility. I'm the one who spent years and years eating bags of crisps and junk food, and this is what it has resulted. Don't look to the side and say, no, it was James or Daniel that told me to eat the bag of crisps. Otherwise, that means that they are the ones who controlled your life and put you in that situation. And do you really want to live for the rest of your life thinking that somebody else put you in a certain predicament or a certain situation which you couldn't control at all? No, that's not really a good way to live by. A great way to live by is accepting your own responsibility. You need to know that your own actions have the power and capabilities of putting you in a certain situation and take responsibility for it. Some people might feel a fear towards taking responsibility because now they fear that if they take responsibility, then they need to be perfect. No, that's not how it works. Taking responsibility is about owning up to your own actions and being aware of where they can lead you, being aware of what they can do for you and for your life. You are responsible for your actions, your results, and the decisions that you make every single day. That's your responsibility. If you give your responsibility and put it into somebody else's hands, for example, a company that you're working for, then you are responsible for showing up to that company and doing what you need to do for them. For example, that is called a job, right? If you have a job, then you've given your power to that company for an exchange of something. Maybe it's money, maybe it's a house, maybe it's a feeling of freedom. You must understand that you've given away your power so that you can get something else in return. That doesn't mean that you're not responsible. What makes you responsible is you being aware that you've given away your time, your energy and power to this for a certain cause and for a certain purpose. So what I'm saying is just write down what you're supposed to be doing at a certain specific time. When you wake up, what time you wake up, what you're going to do when you wake up. Put it in your phone. We've got Google calendars into the app, and know what you're supposed to be doing at a said specific time. If you find yourself uncontrollably, mindlessly scrolling on a social media platform, then you've given away your power and control, and you might not even know it. You find yourself 2 hours or 3 hours later doing the same thing for months and months and months on repeat, and time is just going to go away. This video is just going to come, skip ahead you, and you're going to continue repeating the same actions, giving away your responsibility. So the best thing to do is to create a routine that you know and understand that you follow and take responsibility for. As long as you are doing it with a certain purpose, as long as you know what it is and you've taken responsibility to take and do that action or activity, you're living more present, more intentionally, and doing what it is that you need to do for your life and path. And that right there, that is success. That's what's going to make you feel good. You're going to feel good doing something based on your own standards, based on how you think you should feel whenever you are successful. Because if your belief and understanding of success is having a house, a car, and a sustainable job, then do what's best for you in order to achieve that. Write it all down, have a routine for that. You clicked on this video because you knew that there was something that was going to help you understand or get to where you need to get to. And here you are right now. You understand what success is for you. You always have, which is why you've clicked this video. Take the action that you need to take right now and be responsible for it. Take responsibility for yourself. If you want more tools that can help you understand yourself, your brain, the way you work, then click my Patreon. You will find some tools there, affirmations, a guide in order to help you understand yourself. It's called Aware the Awareness. Here I input my own journey in shedding off negative patterns and beliefs and habits which I had in the past, and how I managed to grow myself into a more purposeful and intentional being. Share this video with somebody who you know needs it and needs to acquire this level of knowledge and information. Put a comment down below of what you understood, and if it was useful to you, drop a like as well. And remember, subscribe. Never be afraid to be too manly. Peace.